How y'all doing? It's been a long time, actually, and that has to do with the fact that, as everyone is aware, 2020 has been a crazy year for everyone. And been hard for a lot of people, most people, and it's been crazy for everybody regardless, so. But I haven't made videos or done anything for quite a while because 2020 has been crazy for me. The short version is this. I was raised in a super conservative Christian religion, and back in September of 2019 I decided to leave that, and I did. If you're curious about why or what or when, or put it in the comments, and if I get enough people, I'll message you or I'll do a video about it. But kind of looking to move past that, but there's a lot that can be learned from it too. So that happened, and then that was in September, and then things got interesting at home, which I won't go into too much. But I was married for 20 years, and basically she was really into the religion. I was no longer in, so we ended up splitting up in May, and that happened all in the middle of COVID, so getting all of that taken care of, and that actually just got finalized about 2-3 weeks ago. And then in the middle of getting all that finalized, I had a really good job and we were doing really well even through COVID. We're an essential business, and our business actually grew during COVID. We were doing better than a lot of people in our industry, but the company I was working for has multiple companies. They're a conglomerate. They own about 8 or 9 different businesses, and they just decided to dissolve the division that I was in, even though it was a profitable business. So got a 2-week notice that my nice salary was going away. So lots of stuff has changed. I don't have the same job. I don't have the same family life anymore. I don't have the religion I left. When you leave, most of your friends, people that you know there, will no longer talk to you. So I don't have contact with the majority of them anymore. Had a very secure job in an industry that I'd been in for over 20 years. And all that went away this year. So it's been crazy. But all that being said, this year's actually been a great year. I feel great. Mentally, I'm doing much better. Physically, I'm feeling much better. There's, people I miss, friends I miss. Obviously, I do miss my ex, but at the same time, it is what it is, and life moves on. So that's where I'm at. And somebody set up a gnome garden in this roundabout. Now I'm going to have to get a gnome and come back and put it in there. That's kind of cool. Yeah, that's actually really cool. So we're going to have to do that. There's the next video idea right there. We're going to put a gnome in that. That's just a cool thing to make you happy in the middle of a city. So anyway, yeah. I got a new job shortly thereafter. I had some friends that were not connected to the religion at all. I reached out to them as soon as I found out I was losing my job. And I lost my job on a Friday and was working on a Monday. Been able to go down and see some family that I missed. And yeah, it's been great. I don't have any, I don't have any complaints. It's the way that the universe is kind of pushing me, so it's working out well. But again, I go back to I do really enjoy making the YouTube videos. The difference I run into is just the van is sold in a divorce. I've bought a car since then and got rid of that car. Now this inside of this kind of looks like the Explorer, but this is not the Explorer. So what you may see, or what I'm hoping to show over the next couple weeks, it'll probably start after the new year, because Christmas, this last week before Christmas, is kind of odd for most people at work. I never celebrated the holidays, so this is the first year that I'm doing that. And so that's all going on. But then starting to be in the year, things are going to change pretty quick. So I've got this truck that I just bought is a 2015 F-150. It's an XLT. I'm trying to simplify everything down, so getting rid of all my vehicles other than this one, and looking at what I want to do with this one and what I'm going to do in general going forward. And so I have a sales job now. I actually sell garage doors, and the business is going really good here. I'm in Salt Lake, and but I also have quite a bit of family in Oklahoma, and I've been doing some stuff with them. And I'm not sure yet whether I will end up in Oklahoma or if I will end up staying here. And if I stay here, I will be traveling quite a bit to Oklahoma. So one way or the other, we're going to have some road trips and some national park visits and some off-road stuff and things like that, because what I'm looking at doing is putting a deck system in the bed of this, and then either a canvas topper or a rack system with a custom canvas. I really think, unless something drastically changes here in the near future, it's going to be the deck system, which is a drawer system that goes under, takes up 12 inches of the bed. There's a lot of good install videos and reviews on YouTube about it. It has 2 full-size drawers that come out, but it has a full bed on it that can support 2,000 or 2,500 pounds, I'm not sure, but regardless, it's the whole weight of the payload of the truck anyway, can go on top of it. And then I was thinking the soft topper, just because I want to be able to close it in order to have that full bed height, because I do sometimes move stuff that's taller. And then having that soft top on there also would make it possible to do kind of a stealth camping, so that when I'm going back and forth or doing some road trips, because essentially here in about 6 months, my goal is to have little to no connection to lock down to anywhere. So I do have an apartment that I split with somebody that's super cheap, and so I can keep that place as a base and go where I want to go. So that's kind of the direction I'm looking at going, being able to take off. And I really enjoy the Pacific Northwest and the Columbia River Valley and all of that stuff. And so we're going to go up there, plus, like I said, either relocating or visiting Oklahoma and a bunch of places along the way. Really close to Colorado, and my cousin's over there, so there's a lot of stuff, Silverthorne and Colorado Springs area, things like that. So that's all stuff that's coming up, and that's also the reason that my videos stopped and everything changed, is because life changed dramatically in the past. It's actually been the past 12, 18 months now. So this is going to be kind of the rework and revamp, and we're going to move on from there and see what happens. And we'll just make videos along the way that kind of document what's going on, and just kind of let it evolve as it evolves. So if you got questions, put them in the comments. I will reply, or we'll do a video and respond to them to get them sorted out. And then if you've got suggestions, if you've got that deck system, I'm looking at the Deck System is the brand. It's made in Idaho. And then there's the soft topper, and then there's the Best Top Soft Topper 2. And I actually think the soft topper seems to be kind of the original and the classic, and a lot of the guys with the Tacomas have it. The ones that I've seen on full-size trucks I don't like as much, and I do like the way that the Best Topper seems to fold up better. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to end up going with the Best Top. It's not the 2 version, and going that route. Don't know specifics on the truck. It's an XLT. It does have a couple upgrades. The guy who had it before me, I bought it with about 70,000 miles on it. He's got rims from an XLT, or a Lariat, I'm sorry, that are 20s, and then it has a Raptor front grille. I'm going to put a leveling kit on it, and that'll be about it. I'm not going to go super tall. I'm getting old, and I don't need a lifted truck. I don't go off-road as much as I used to, and it's mainly just hard dirt roads and a few off-road stuff. I don't need a ton of ground clearance. And I drive around town and on the highway a ton, so I don't want to kill my ride either. And this one is the 2.7 twin turbo, so it's good for gas mileage when you're not towing. And then from what I've read, when I'm towing something, my gas mileage is probably going to tank because it's pretty small. The naturally aspirated version is pretty low. But I don't tow a ton, so the majority of my driving, probably 90% of it, is just, you know, a few hundred pounds of gear in the bed and, you know, the shell. So it ended up being kind of the perfect engine for what I was looking for. But anyway, that being said, I will call this one done for now and catch up with you guys next time after we get a few things going or get a project going and go from there. Again, missed everybody, and hopefully you're all doing well. Let me know in the comments and subscribe so that you can get updates, and we'll start the new journey in 2021. Have a great one, guys.